Hey there, welcome back to the Two-Stroke Turbo channel. Welcome back to the best automotive entertainment on the internet. And as a bonus, you guys get to see my shop dog Stella. She's in for her annual belly shave. It's hot here in Portland, Oregon. It's been almost 100 every day in July. So we got her fluffer coattails shaved down so she's a little cooler. Her tail feathers, as you might say. We're going to shave her belly here later on because she's having a hard time. We got the air conditioning on in the shop, nice cool floor, and we got the Rambler on the lift. We have still not resolved the issue with the fuel. It runs out of fuel in third gear despite putting on a electric fuel pump, a regulator, cleaning out the lines, and a bunch of checks, just making sure everything's good, and it still does it. So it happened after I got a tank full of fuel. It happened right after that, and I don't know if I got some crud someplace. I've changed the filters, checked the routing. I think the next thing is to pull the dipstick or the fuel dip tube out of the tank and check that, make sure it hasn't rotted off, and then just keep checking things until we get it figured out. So let's get there. Let's get the tube out of the tank, the pickup tube, and see what we got and go from there. All right, so this is the pickup tube out of the Rambler. It looks fine. It's not rusted off. I put a new O-ring on it, and the cork gasket's a little dry. I wonder if it was just sucking air around there. It's possible, but I'm going to put this back in the tank. The tank looks good. It's not dented. The pickup tube goes in the tank, something like that, and it draws basically fuel from right about here when it goes in. So I don't think that's our problem. I gotta figure out why this thing is not drawing fuel like it should. Okay, so we got the fuel system by the tank all put back together. I have the pickup tube, which I've verified is solid, going up to a clear filter, up and around and into our 6-volt electric pump. It runs beyond the hot exhaust along the frame. Stella's checking on our work here. Along the frame rail to a pressure regulator, because it's like a 6-pound pump. I've got it regulated to 2 psi. Again, staying away from the heat of the muffler and going up into the engine compartment away from the exhaust manifold. And let's check topside. Let's take the carburetor apart. The car has the 196 cubic inch engine, which is about 3 liters, I believe, maybe a little more, 3.2 liters. And it is the flathead engine. It is 80 horsepower, I think, on a good day. I'm going to loosen up the air cleaner. If I can get my fingers in there. There's a big wing flipper flapper. There we go. Pull this off and take a look at the carburetor. Set that to the side. So we got an old-fashioned Carter. I don't even know what kind that is. Oil under screw. We got to pull the top off this thing and see if it's plugged up or what's going on. It's the last frontier, the last thing. It has an exhaust heat choke. In the prior video, we put a new mechanical fuel pump on and electric fuel pump. Our problems still are here. We're making sure there's no fuel lines that are close to the log manifold that get hot. The fuel filter is not filling up like it used to. Something's up, and I just haven't figured it out yet. It's just driving me crazy. So let's pull the carburetor top off and just see what we see in there. Maybe it's got some crud or something missing. Okay, so I have taken apart a lot of carburetors in my life. I have never seen one do this. I got all the screws out of the top so I can look at the float bowl and everything happening. Watch this. What the? Have you ever seen that before? A 2-piece top. I did not know that was a thing. It has a separate gasket. That is, so there's a separate, I think all the bolts are out of this. This is stuck. There might be another bolt someplace. Oh, this one on the top. Oh, I've never seen that before. You can look right down in there. Probably can watch the accelerator pump. Yep. That's something. Okay, I take that back. In the last little segment I said I've never seen a carburetor that has a two-piece top. Well, it has a three-piece top. There's where all your pump. What the? Well, I've never seen a carburetor. This is crazy. I think I've got to take some more screws out to get this top part off. How does it come off? I don't know. I've never seen that before. I'm befuddled. Okay, this screw here in the middle holds this last top part on. I think we got it now. Don't want to lose any pieces. Okay. Okay, that's one complex little carburetor. This is our power valve, this is our accelerator pump, our float, and this would be our needle here that gives us our main. I gotta take it apart and clean it, make sure the float is floaty, make sure the needle is good, make sure the needle in the seat is good. And there is a little bit of crud down in there, you can see, so I gotta wipe that out, flush it out. Maybe that's my problem. Okay, so I put the carburetor back together, found out it's got a really interesting vacuum power valve, a accelerator pump, and it's kind of complicated for an old 50s style carburetor. I'm kind of shocked. There's three parts to the top. There's the air intake, there's the fuel, and there's also this cover that covers up all these mechanics of the power piston and the accelerator pump. Everything looked great inside. There was a little bit of crud. I did take off the internal, or the filter that it came with, which is the screen. There was three little bits of black carbon in there, and the bowl had some in the bottom. I just checked to make sure the accelerator pump squirts. It does. I'm going to turn the electric fuel pump on. Okay, I turned the electric pump on, and it's spurting fuel out the side here, so my gasket or my copper crush ring is not good. I'm going to repair that first. I do not want a fire, so let's resolve that and see if we can keep it from leaking fuel. Okay, so we fixed our spurting fuel leak, not with a crush washer that's made out of copper, but a rubber O-ring. That seems to have worked. Fuel pump is on, 2 psi of fuel pressure. Let's look down in there. Let me see if I can get this to squirt for you. I'm going to turn the throttle on. Can you see by my thumb there? I'm going to see if it'll shoot out a little bit of fuel. Ready? Oh, there we go. There we go. See it? Okay, this should start. I hope. Okay, I did put the fuel pump switch down here. It's on with the ignition. The ignition is on. Ready to start. Come on, baby. Ooh, fired up good. You can tell it's a little rough, but it's running. See if it'll idle. No leaks. We're on 2 psi of fuel. We got a half of filter. See if it takes some throttle. That's good. Okay. I want to straighten this hose. This hose is pinching the filter. Put it back together. We'll take it for a drive. And I hope she runs. Okay. So I've rerouted my fuel line away from the exhaust because I don't want any vapor locking. I don't want the rubber to touch the exhaust, but it's got to cross over to the carburetor quickly. Hopefully that doesn't boil my fuel. I've got the fuel pressure turned up to 2 psi with the electric pump, and that was because I figured out that the O-ring is supposed to be on the top of the carburetor instead of a crush washer, which was leaking before, and so I kept turning it down thinking that the float was overflowing. So we've got the accelerator pump, we've got the carburetor cleaned out, we've got electric fuel pump, we've got our pressure regulator, we got the gas tank sorted out. I mean, what else is there? It's just a simple little thing. I think And we've got a new mechanical fuel pump on there, which I don't think does much, but the electric one just kind of pushes through it. So I'm going to put the lid on this, or put it outside. It's 100 degrees outside. It may vapor lock on us. I don't know, but it needs to pull in third gear. And if it does, we're good. Let's try it. Okay, we got the green machine, the No Frills Nash, warming up outside in the hot, hot temperature. Stella, the shop dog, is laying right there in the grass. You want to go for a ride, girl? Come on, let's go. I know you're really hot. I don't think she's going to want to go for a ride in the hot car. She might. Let's offer her the opportunity. Come on, let's go. Nothing? Okay, I'm going to go by myself. So we're going to take this thing out for its test run, and hopefully it doesn't stall on us like it did last time and leave us stranded. It seems like it's running good. I think I've got it figured out with the fuel pressure, but I don't know. Proof is in the pudding. Stella, the shop dog, changed her mind, decided to hop in the car. We're going to go around the block, and if we get stuck, it's going to be both of us. Okay, so the No Frills Nash is running here. The third eye is working. Let's hope that works for us. Let's get in the car, let's drive this thing. I got the windows down, I got my water bottle, I got my dog. I've got my complete breakdown kit, which consists of a tow rope, a dog leash, some hand tools, and my water bottle, and a jump pack. I just hope this is fixed. Okay, so we're off and rolling. Done a lot of work to this old car. New clutch, new paint, fixed all the dents, replaced the floors, replaced the interior partially, but I love it. It's a great old car. All right, so this is the deal. I'm gonna get out on this main road once this motorcycle goes by and all these other cars, and then we're gonna pop it in the third gear, and if it pulls, great. If it doesn't, it's gonna stall, and I don't know if I can restart it. So first gear, second gear, third gear, I'm gonna give her the beans. This is where it would normally run out of fuel. So far so good, so far so good, so far so good. Oh, she's pulling. Holy cow. I gotta back off because we're going too fast. Oh yeah, I think that's it. Pulled all the way up to, oh, we gotta slam the brakes. Oh, I don't have to make the corner. We were going 50 miles an hour. That's never, haven't done that in a long time. I think that was it. Oh, oh boy. Stella, you were on for a ride. We were accelerating. This thing doesn't have a lot of power, but it's got a lot of torque, so it takes a while, but it's like a steam train. It builds up momentum. I'll try that again. Okay, so we're in third gear. We're gonna get out of third gear. Back down first. Go for a little longer drive. Okay, first gear. Second gear. Third gear. Usually third gear, it will run out of fuel. Oh, don't pull out, buddy. Okay, foot to the floor. 60 miles an hour. No problem. Oh, yippee, yippee, ki yay. I'm so, oh, I gotta jam the brakes on. And the brakes do not work that great in this car. They're completely manual. Manual drums. That's as fast as this car ever goes, is 60. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm very happy. Oh, jeez. Stupid O-ring. That was the whole thing. The O-ring was causing the fuel pressure to float. I don't know. Okay. You want out? Come on out. Come on, this way. Oh, I love this car and I hate this car at the same time. At least it's running. That makes me happy. Now, keep driving it till the next thing breaks. Fix that, keep on going. Thanks for coming along on the ride today. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I do. I love having old cars work well, and I think this one's fixed, finally. Jeez, that took a while.